Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to Ayumu's podcast, where he occasionally talks about the Binding of Isaac. Haha! Don't know why I went for challenges again. I did that last episode. This time, I'm gonna play the Broken. Or at least see what the Broken's like. Did I already play as this character? Nope. Okay. Okay. This is a weird character. It's constantly fluctuating stats. Yeah, so, welcome to my podcast, where occasionally we'll talk about the Binding of Isaac. Today's topic is if you don't bring it up to someone, or don't expect someone to bring something up to you, because they won't. You need to address it first. That's right, just like all the other things I have to complain, talk about. A lot of the things I have to address have, a little bit more meaning behind them. I saw someone who I usually play Monster Hunter with. They're playing it with someone else, which is, you know, perfectly fine. I didn't get any invites to it. I've been, like, constantly asking him to play Monster Hunter. And he found a new group to play it with. And then he's playing it with someone else as well, which is fine. It's not like he's beholden to me. So long as that person doesn't get upset that I'm not playing with them because, well, I'm the one asking and I'm just gonna tell them to fuck off. If that's the issue. Ooh. Where'd 404 go? I thought I had 404 the item. Well, whatever. Yeah. So that's, that's my little, whatever you want to call it. My little anecdote for today. That's it. It's really small. I just saw he was playing a game. And then it, kind of got me on the thought process of, like, with a lot of people, and I'm not, like, actually accusing anyone, but a lot of people kind of don't take the, initiative, for a lot of situations, and then just put it onto others. So they just shirk the responsibility of it. What I mean specifically on that is, and this isn't, a particular thing, it's kind of what I brought up last episode of, partially accepting blame for things that have happened, and you need to step in if it's going to be handled, type of thing. So, one of the most common ones, and I'm sure almost literally everyone has dealt with this before, but it's the concept of not speaking to a friend. It's a really common thing where, excuse me, we'll go a prolonged period without talking to someone and then shirk the, I don't have the poop anymore. Okie dokie. But we'll shirk the responsibility because it's not our fault, it's their fault they haven't contacted us. Just turn enemies into pure light. Pure light will orbit the player and block. It's cool. We're gonna pick it up. I don't want it, but heck yeah, I didn't get punished for it. Almost got punished for it, but bye-bye. So the point of it is, if you do not contact your... Like, if I'm the one constantly reaching out to contact, then I have a right to say that, you know, it's like, you're not... it's your fault that we're not in contact anymore. Which isn't, you know, necessarily like, it's your fault it... Because with all of these, it's... If someone just doesn't want to hang out with you, then they just don't want to hang out with you. It's actually that simple. But the... like, bigger meaning behind what I'm saying is the... It's so common. It's like, whoa, why haven't we talked in so long or something? And it's like, you never messaged me. It is like one of the go-to. I mean, I've done literally the same thing before. It's genuinely felt like... It's a weird way to put it, because I don't want to act... It's not... I don't mean it the way I'm wording it, but it's like, I'm the victim. Or, you know, in this scenario, like, literally anyone is. So, like, the speaker is the victim. But it's like, I'm the victim because we're not hanging out anymore and I'm making an effort. And you're not. Which is a, very common scenario. Like I said, the school thing. Where it's like, people from high school or whatever, and you meet them later. I'm gonna gamble. Okay. But, so, they don't message anymore, and then, like, going with my personal experience. Keep in mind, I mean both ways, but I'm just going to use one side as an example. So, I try to communicate with someone about the fact, it's like, hey, why, you know, it's been a long time since we've hung out or whatever. And then they're like, yeah, well, it has, blah, blah. It's like, well, and they're like, oh man, you should have messaged me. And it's like, but you could have messaged me just as easily. Now, I'm not trying to get into like a blame game of anything, but it's, but ultimately it's you being literally anyone. Okay. Don't know why that happened, but I'm not complaining. Let me have all the curses. No. You have as much of a chance to message me as I have to message you. So, that's, I mean, I'm not going to pretend like I don't struggle with it as well. Okay, so the secret room can't be there. Maybe it's here. Heck yes. That's awesome. Let's actually check the shop. But, yeah, let's buy this. Yeah, it's just a complicated situation. Habit's really good. Spread the light. Don't know what that does. That eats all the items in a room. So we're going to take this absolutely, because it'll re-roll the spoon here. There we go. What's this? It burns with Alistair's Rage. That's the one where... Oh, okay. Well, whatever. It's new. I guess I'll take Spread the Light. I don't know what it does, but I've got it, and I look ridiculous. Yeah, so... I'm not conveying this very well, but I believe everyone at least understands what I'm saying. Hopefully, at least. I shouldn't just assume you guys do understand what I'm saying. But hopefully you get at least the gist of it, that it's, with a lot of things, there's a dual layer of blame in, like, all many situations. I'm not going to say all situations, because that's literally a lie. But if it's someone hasn't spoken to you in a long time, have you been making the efforts to speak to them? So take a moment to realize maybe you are part of the problem, as opposed to just assuming that it's someone else's fault. At least that's kind of one of the... It's kind of what I'm trying to say. I don't know what you are. Yeah, that's all. Because I, like one of the specific things is I haven't really had a chance to play games with people much. Due to various reasons. I'm not gonna accuse or anyone. But due to various reasons, I really haven't been playing games with anyone very much. And it's like, well, why don't they contact me? They don't have to. Obviously, like, a healthy friendship, relationship, anything is a back and forth. It's not one side has to do it. But when has been shown that the other side isn't going to do it, if you don't take those steps, you have no right to complain anymore. And that's why one of the most important things is I won't actually complain. Because obviously we've all complained for the sake of it to, like, vent and stuff. But I won't complain about some of the people who I haven't spoken with and stuff. Because I also have not tried to contact them. Upon use teleport player to a challenge room? No. 3 times charge shot trails. May your intentions be pure. That's cool. Oh, it cleanses my curse. Or whatever you want to call it. Sure. Teleport me over here. Ooh, fate. That's very good. Give me flight. I do really like these tiers. They're cool. Yeah, so that's kind of what today's topic is. Because and this isn't like I'm just trying to shit talk on them because they were playing Monster Hunter without me. But specifically the game's Monster Hunter. I don't know if I actually said that or not. But, hey, Mittens. I've been trying to play Monster Hunter with them for a while, and they, oops. Haven't wanted to. Which is fine. They don't have to. They've been busy with other games. It got me thinking about that topic. Which is why I wanted to bring it up. Because I've dealt with this a lot. I have, what the fuck? That sound gets me every time. It's horrible. I have my own insecurities with, feeling like I have to beg for attention at times. Because, and not anyone's fault or anything like that. I'm not... A lot of the times, I'm not the center of the group or whatever. Which is fine, I don't need to be. But, during some of those times, I... just get self-conscious because, like, I feel like I have to be the one who reaches out and they won't reach out to me. In a lot of different situations. And now, like, a good example of that is... If I join a group of, like, 7 people, this is just an example, but if I join a group of 7 people, and they are all friends or whatever, and they're all... No, I don't have enough keys. They all are gonna play something together, then they're gonna play it together. Now... they already have 7 people. Let's say it's an 8-player game or whatever. They already have 7 people. They're very comfortable to play it on their own. So they're not going to reach out to me. I need to reach out to them with it. And I know you can say, well, if they wanted to include you or whatever, I'm not trying to throw shade, because as shitty as it is, with many friendships, there's like tiers of friendship in it. And that's neither good nor bad. It's just, like example, your best friend, you'll always invite, but your work friend, you won't. And that's just how it is. Because they're not the go-to person. So, it stinks when it happens. I mean, here, I'll just tell you who it is, because I'm not upset with them. I just saw that they were doing it. And it's Josh. No, I like my cool tiers. Josh has been really busy with VR, which is cool. And then he was playing Monster Hunter with his boyfriend, which makes sense. There's nothing wrong with that. As much as it annoys me because I'm not getting to play, I 100% support it. Because it legitimately is wrong of me to be like, why don't you hang out with me instead of your boyfriend? It's his boyfriend, of course he's gonna hang out with him. He just messaged me. He was talking about Monster Hunter. So that's why I just paused to respond. I don't know why I'm telling you. I could have just kept talking while I did it, but I don't know how to shut up. If you guys haven't found that out yet. Ugh, they're really bad. Yeah, so he also one of his friends that he knows in person just got introduced to Monster Hunter, and they had a full team. So basically it's like Josh went into the group of 3 people. If you don't know, Monster Hunter has a limit of 4 to play in a party. So even if he was like, hey, let's invite him, he can sit on the sidelines and not join us. There's literally no point in inviting me. So I'm not blaming him. And as sad as it is, and this may be good preparatory advice for people. You will come across people who only want to hang out with you because they know you in person. And don't get me wrong, that sucks. So, I've dealt with it in my personal life. Like with my school group. Did I not pick up the Eternal Heart? Or did it, like, eat it? I don't know. Oh, there he is. With, like, a lot of people I know from, school, the second that I was no longer in school, they basically stopped talking to me whatsoever. And as soon as there is a distance, like you do not see or speak to that person every single day, that is when it becomes more and more apparent, like, kind of who your true friends are. So don't let that get you down. 'Cause it's neither right or wrong, nor wrong. Some people just prefer to hang out in person. My best friend is literally one of the worst people at getting back to me I've ever met. He is atrocious at it. So it is painful to deal with it. And I'm sure a lot of you have dealt with it as well. It's unfortunately just part of life. And I'm an idiot when it comes to a lot of these things, because I typically tend to form bonds like really quickly. So a lot of the times I feel more hurt when people do this to me. But that it's human nature to like not always necessarily want to be best buddies with literally everyone. As much as I'm a personable person, I know there are some of my personality traits that some people find rather abrasive. They can't handle me. Primarily, I do have a very strong personality. Not that I'm, like, really opinionated, but when I have an opinion, it's a strong opinion a lot of the time. If that makes sense. So I'm more than willing to listen to someone else's point of view, but I find it a little more difficult when they don't have, like, any backing on it, or if that makes any sense. Like, if they have a very vague point of view, and they can't explain it at all, and aren't just saying it's a vague point of view. Because obviously, if someone says, I don't like something, why? I just don't. Okay. I can accept that. Unless they're, like, actively trying to go around convincing others it's, like, super bad. And that's just because it's like, well, you don't even know yourself why you don't like it. You know, could it be some other, like, preconceived biases? Like, I have horrible biases to Gurren Lagann. Genuinely, it was one of the worst anime I ever watched. But objectively, there's nothing wrong with the show. I can acknowledge... God, this is gonna sound really dumb. I can acknowledge my biases. I don't want that. And... Sure, let's do this. I can acknowledge my biases, and... while still maintaining my same opinion. Like, I genuinely think Gurren Lagann was terrible, but it's not. I just say I hate it all the time, and I think it sucks. Because I genuinely do. I think JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is... I don't want to say poorly animated, because the animation isn't the problem, it's the art style that's atrocious to me. I don't like big, burly, muscly men. That's just personally how I feel. Because I find it unappealing. And I don't like to do the really gross ultra sugarcoat things where it's like, well, I maybe personally don't like it. There's a degree of value that I could see in it. So, you know... No, if you're asking my opinion, I'll just tell it to you. I think it's crap. If you want further information, I'll give it to you, but I genuinely just think it's crap. Like, I actually... I don't remember the exact scenario, but someone asked me a question. Or they asked me my thoughts on something. On Dead by Daylight. And I was like, I don't like the game. And they're like, oh, how come? And I was like, do you want my real answer or my fake answer? Because the fake answer's true. I don't find the game fun to play. And I could just leave it at that. My real answer goes on and on. I don't think it's designed super well. The, like, overall mechanics get stale super quick for me. If you haven't played Dead by Daylight, it's, God, I don't even know, like, what the terminology for it is. But, One person plays the killer, 5 people, what's an asymmetric multiplayer game, I think is like one of the terms for it. One person plays the killer, and one person plays, one person plays the killer, and 5 players play the survivors or attempted survivors. However you want to word it. I think they're called survivors, but the people who try to escape. And the, like, I may be using outdated opinions here. Let me preface that. Because I have not played the game in, like, forever. So if you, but the way that you win is by finding a hidden latch, which I don't know if there's set locations for it. There might be. But you can just escape there, and it's only good for one player. Or you have to activate generators. I don't find the act of doing a dumb mini-game. It's not really a mini-game. It's just a quick time event, basically. You have to... It's like, for argument's sake, it's like hit E, and then if you don't stop when it wants you to... you do a fail thing where you have to, like, then hit E in the correct location on a wheel. And if you don't do that, the generator blows up, just making noise to alert the killer to your location. And I genuinely find that, like, really boring. It's that, or try to hide behind, or, like, try to juke the enemy out, because the killer is faster than you, the player, unless you get, like, power-ups, which... perks for your characters. And I don't think that's very interesting, because it's like, just play the game until you've gotten to a specific point, and then you're good to go. It lacks a lot of appeal for me. And I genuinely don't find it enjoyable. So, bringing it up, they were like, they actually, some of them told me I was wrong, and no, it's my opinion. I can't be wrong about my opinion. I just don't find the gameplay loop fun. Because it, thing damage favors for time. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna take this, though. Oh. So, yeah, I don't like the game. I've played it, I don't know, I think like 15 hours of it. I played it like when the game first came out. That's why I said there may be some outdated biases on it. But I didn't enjoy playing it initially. I'm not going to play it again. I don't care. Not necessarily that I wish I never bought it. Because I think I got a copy from the developers? Maybe? Or maybe I did buy it. I don't know. But I just overall... I had fun when I was playing with friends only. But I didn't... the matchmaking was crap. Apparently that's been fixed. Which is good. For anyone who likes the game, the matchmaking being fixed is a super good thing. If you hear whistling, that's my dad. He whistles too much. He whistles too much! I don't know if you guys could hear that, but he said no, he doesn't. He whistles a lot! Yeah, and I mean, like, I know people have had other games like that, like, I guess you could argue it's like, why do you like Call of Duty but not Battlefield or something? But sometimes a game just doesn't resonate with someone and they don't like it, and, you know. It is what it is. But I only wanted to play with my friends, because when I played with randoms, they were... It sounds like I'm salty just because I'm bad, but they were way better and genuinely made the game unfun to play. Because they took it way too seriously. Several of the people I was playing with were like, oh, no, I gotta make sure my league score, or ranking, whatever it is, stays this level, so I can't play with you, and I'm like, fine. I don't want to play with you. It's pretty mediocre. Come on. Yeah. I'd trade 2 bombs for a Spirit Heart. But it, yeah, it gets to that level, and it's like, why bother? There's no point playing something you don't enjoy. Especially because, like I said, even if I didn't enjoy this game, like, I'm not going to play it. So playing a competitive game I don't enjoy, those I will give up on way quicker, because they get old way quicker for me. I don't like the learning curve. Like, not necessarily that a learning curve is bad, but I don't like the learning curve on those games, because it's like, okay, you have to lose the first, like, 30 matches, and then you can start to sort of have fun. Like, why would I do that? I may hate myself, but I don't hate myself that much. It's like League of Legends. I do not know a person I have played League with who is not extremely toxic. Or at least can have toxic tendencies. When playing the game. And it's not fun. Like, I'll admit, fully, I'm bad. I'm not good at the game. But I don't want to hear the, like, argument. It's like, oh, well, you know, we would have won if it wasn't for you, or if you had done better. And it's like, no. I may not be a very educated man, but that's bullshit. So, and I know it's easier to get sucked into those things because they're multiplayer games, and everyone loves playing games with their friends. It, like, genuinely makes things more fun. Like bad movies, watching a bad movie with friends is enjoyable. Watching a bad movie solo sucks. Like, nobody wants to watch bad movies by themselves. After getting hit, player fires 4 large in a cross. That's awesome. I probably should have gone for blowing up the... whatever they're called. Flames. But yeah, it's, that's my food for thought on it. And that's why, like, if I ever get a suggestion for a game here, not even necessarily just multiplayer, sometimes I'll just say no. While I do appreciate any feedback or whatever you want to call it, die. Oh, not die. Has a degree of, why bother to it. That's why you will not see me play games like League of Legends, like, ever. I don't find them fun. Oh my word. They're mash shot homing weird cookie with a chunk taken out faces. Get out of the corner. I thought he was dead. But he wasn't. Maybe I should have popped that Emperor. Popping it. I don't want to be here anymore. So, that's the, that's my thoughts on some of the games. Because, like I said, if I don't... I mean, I might play, like, one episode of something, even if I don't think it'll be fun. But it also has to have a degree of, like, content I feel has a... will be entertaining. I know there's, like, really bad games. Could be entertaining to watch. Oh my goodness. But... I don't know. With how many games I have right now, like, that I want to get to, playing just a meh game doesn't really fit my style. Also, for a character that has, like, random or broken, this character is much better than one of the other ones I played, where I believe he had Missing No as his starting item. So, your items, no matter what item you had, they always got randomized. Fungi. Book. Good. I don't think anti-grav tiers are very good. That was really dumb. Don't punish me! Thank you. Oh no. I'm skiing. I'm skiing. Ooh. Okay, going back to this. Alright, it's this guy. I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy. I guess the method is just to, like, go here. Because if you get him jammed in a corner, very simplistic to take out. Ah, he didn't move fast enough. What would be a good item? That'd be really good if I could get a better card. Like if I get the full heal card. Hello, Emperor. Oh, it took me one room away. That's always fun. That's awesome. Get your random item effect for the room. No. Alright, so we got the extra health. Got our item charged. Yeah, it's go time. Okay, I probably shouldn't have gotten that close. Just shoot shots. Just shoot shots. I'll protect my candles. Dang. Okay. Gotta focus. Yeah! Let's go! We won. That was a lot quicker. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, everyone. I do appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.